very interesting aspect about fatty acids or fats. That is fat, how it is an efficient fuel molecule. First and foremost, let us just look at some of the most important functions of fatty acids. So first of all, it is a fuel molecule. Okay, so it is a fuel molecule. We have seen that it is stored for future purpose. Fat, it can store, it can give rise to about 1 gram of fat. If you break down, oxidize, it will give 9 kilocalories, 9 kilocalories of energy. So compare that with the carbohydrates and protein. You know that carbohydrate and protein can give only about 4 kilocalories per mole. So double the amount of energy. Okay, now it is important for us to see how can it give double the amount of energy. There are several reasons. When you look closely at these molecules, you can understand. First and foremost, fat is a highly reduced molecule. Okay, the amount of oxygen, the number of oxygen atoms present in fat is very, very less. That has a significance. So in order to explain this, let us take a very simple example. So that simple example is, let us take glucose. So glucose is, this is a structure of glucose. 6 carbon atoms. This will be H, O, H, H, H. So this is D-glucose. Okay. So let us also consider a 6 carbon fatty acid. So the 6 carbon fatty acid we are going to take is caproic acid. So it will be COOH, then H, H, H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is caproic acid. Now, we need to find how can this fat gives more energy than glucose or a carbohydrate. So, energy is present in the reducing power. So therefore, the reducing power is in the form of hydrogens. So let us count the number of hydrogens that are present first of all in caproic acid. So therefore, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 plus 3, 11 hydrogens in a 6 carbon unit. 11 hydrogen in a 6 carbon unit. Okay. Now, this will be C double bond O and OH. So hydroxyl group, it's a hydroxyl group. It is not a free hydrogen. Now in comparison to that, let us count the number of hydrogens in glucose. So therefore, the number of hydrogens are, so here there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This will be C double bond OH. 7 hydrogens. 7 hydrogens by 6 carbon. So now you see, if energy is present in this number of hydrogens, you see how almost double the quantity of energy is present in a fat. So this is the meaning of the term fatty acids are highly reduced. Because of the reduced nature, it has a greater capacity to store energy. Okay, so that is one of the important functions of fat in the body. Another important function, now we should also look at the amount of energy which is stored. So let us consider a 70 kilo body weight person. So he will have roughly about 11 kilograms of fat. So our fat can give about 1 lakh kilocalories of energy. That is huge amount of energy. look at these organisms like, bear, the birds which are flying, migratory birds. So they can fly long hours, long distance. A bear can get into hibernation for about 6 months based on this stored fat. See, look at the amount of fat, energy present. In comparison to this, the protein can give only about 25,000 kilocalories of energy. The total, that is roughly, we will have about 35 kilograms of protein. So that can give only about 25,000 kilocalories. In the amount of glycogen that we have, that can give us only about 600 kilocalories. That is the available glycogen. And the amount of glucose, that is about 40 kilocalories of energy. You see how the energy distribution occurs in our body. Okay, this is an important point that you need to keep in mind. Another interesting aspect about fat is used for modifying proteins. So proteins can be modified by addition of fat, and that becomes very, very important it can act as a signaling molecule. Okay, so these are some of the important aspects about the role lipids plays in our system. Another important property or advantage of fat as a storage molecule is, you see that lipids are polar in nature. Non-polar in nature. Lipids are non-polar in nature. Non-polar means they will get aggregated into a globular form. Okay, it gets accumulated into a globular form. So therefore, since it is getting accumulated into a globular form, it will not increase the osmolarity. It will not increase the osmolarity of a cell. That is one of the biggest advantage for fat to be stored as a fuel molecule. So that is the second point. And the third point about the advantage is, fat is, they are inert molecules. So since it is an inert molecule, we can assume that no unwanted reactions will occur. No unwanted reaction can occur since it is an inert molecule. And the last advantage for fat as a storage molecule is oxidation of fatty acid is aerobic. Okay, so it is aerobic. Now you will appreciate why walking is good for health. So it is an aerobic exercise. In an aerobic exercise, we are basically burning down fat. Okay, so therefore we have looked at the important aspects about the advantage of fat as a storage molecule. Let us summarize it. First of all, it is a very efficient fuel molecule. Very efficient. We have seen how well it can store energy. We have also seen that it is a non-polar molecule, not like carbohydrate. So it does not increase the osmolarity. So if glycogen were to be stored as instead of fat in our body, our body weight would have been almost gone up by about not really doubled, but at least by about 60 kilos it would have gone up. Okay, and the third important function is property is it is an inert molecule, so no side reaction occurs, unwanted reaction, and finally it is an aerobic process. So these are some of the advantages fat has as a storage molecule.